So, Marvel season is back and I have never been more excited. I have just watched episode 1 and 2 of WandaVision and I'm about to give you a no spoiler review of what I thought right now. Let's get into it. Okay, what's up everyone? We're going to jump into the review for episode 1 and 2 of WandaVision, which actually dropped 1 hour and 7 minutes ago. I'm getting on this fast. I've watched them both and yeah, we're going to review them for you. No spoilers, of course. You don't have to click off the video. If you've not watched it, you can still watch this video and then you can go and watch WandaVision as represented by this lovely t-shirt from Amazon, not affiliated. Now, a lot of people who bag on Marvel always say the same things, that it's too safe, it's too predictable, the same thing happens in every movie, big fight scenes, all this sort of stuff. And WandaVision is completely the opposite of that. So far, obviously this is episode 1 and 2, I'm not speaking for the whole show. So far, it's the complete opposite. It's calm, it's a sitcom, you don't need crazy battles and crazy visuals. It's just set in a few little places, nice music, kind of more funny, light-hearted entertainment so far. Again, can't stress enough, so far. Marvel have jumped into like a completely unprecedented genre for Marvel Studios. They've never done a sitcom before, they've never done anything like this, and let me just start off by saying it is so weird. I was confused a lot of the time watching it, very strange. However, it was great. It came off very well in my opinion. Now this show, as far as I'm aware, it bases each episode so far, and up to a certain point it bases them off different sitcoms that have came out in the past. The first one was in the 50s, I think, the second one was in the 60s, so it's taken inspiration from old ones, and you can really see that when you're watching it. You can tell by the graphics, the music, the set, the jokes, everything. The intros are different, so you can tell all of that is based off these sitcoms, and I like that. It purposely really wants you to know it's taking inspiration from these sitcoms. And a big part of that also comes down to the cast. Now, Paul Bettany, Elizabeth Olsen, fantastic actors. They have done a great job in this from what I've seen so far. The humour has been spot on, the facial expression, everything. The acting has just been perfect. I cannot fault the acting at all. It's been fantastic. Now, one thing, if you have watched my other videos reacting to it live, is, well, they have spoilers in them, so maybe don't watch them yet, but the humour is a big thing in this show. A lot of it's got a live studio audience laughing, and it is actually a live studio audience. The whole show was filmed in front of an actual audience watching who got sworn to secrecy to not give the false effect of the laughter. Now, the humour hits perfect. It's old-fashioned, just like it would be in the 50s, 60s. It's very cheesy and set up nicely, and I enjoyed it. It's different to the normal sarcasm and pop culture jokes that we're used to in the MCU. Something different again, and it was great. Now, as you get into the episodes, kind of halfway to near the end of the first episode, you start to notice that in the perfect little sitcom comedy life, that something is just a little bit off. Don't know what yet. Just there's some things that are a little bit strange. It kind of leaves you feeling a little bit uneasy, and it was great. It made me constantly wonder, what is not right here? What's happening? What's going on? And it really makes me want the next episode really badly. I want episode 3 already. Now, yeah, like I said, obviously watching the show, there's a lot of elements of mystery that get added into it, like little clues that get dropped here and there, and it had me the whole time wondering, what's going on, why is this happening, what does this mean? And that's what I kind of want from a show that you're constantly questioning what's going on. It means you're never going to get bored with it, so you're always wondering, why has it done that, why has it done this, why has it done this? And it really has you in your head piecing together these little snippets and hints of the plot that we're getting, and I'm sure it's going to build up slowly to an epic couple final episodes. That's what I've heard on Twitter, that the later episodes will be longer and have more sort of action packed in them. So I think these first episodes are going to be setting up little things and getting us ready for what's to come. Now, I'm not going to lie, this show is pretty hard to review because I'll be honest, hands up, I don't watch 50s sitcoms, I don't watch 60s sitcoms, I watch Marvel movies, DC movies, Star Wars, action films. Like, I watch, you know, the normal stuff, comic book movies. This is something so far out there, so different that we've never had before, and you can really see it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to think of what to say here. There is no comic book fight scenes, there is no huge battles, and that's not a spoiler. Like, you can tell from the trailer that you're not gonna put that in the first episode. We have Scarlet Witch, who's went from fighting Thanos, quite literally, to being a housewife in the 50s, 60s, and it just makes you really think, like, what is going on here? And I enjoyed it a lot. I had a lot of fun watching this. It makes me really interested to try and work out, as a big fan of Easter eggs and shout outs to different shows and movies and all this sort of stuff. I like hunting and trying to pick apart what's going on before it happens. These little things that are getting dropped and how different it is. It's making me interested because I want to know what's going on. If I don't understand it, it makes me want to know it even more, and I love that. I really enjoyed just trying to see everything and picture everything that's going on. It also helps that we've not had a Marvel project in a year and a half, and my brain is so ready for the amount of content that we're about to get, and I'm going to try and process it all and have fun with it all and put it all together. However, back to the light-hearted stuff, this show is so funny. I found myself actually laughing, like properly laughing a few times at the cheesy humour. I didn't know I liked that kind of humour. I didn't know I liked black and white 50s sitcoms, but it hit a lot better than I thought it would. I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I did. It was one of my less anticipated upcoming Marvel projects of this year and of the whole of Phase 4 that we know so far, and it's really surprised me. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. We don't even see that much, and just from what we saw, I had a lot of fun with it. I did find it very funny. It wasn't too predictable. It's like each episode has a little story that adds to the overall bigger plot of things. Now, I'm not going to lie, if you're not a big fan and you watch this, you probably will be very confused as to what's going on. If you're just a casual and you're not very into it, you're going to be kind of mind blown. I'm sure most of you watching this are not kind of like that, and you are excited for this just as much as I am, if not even more. Just overall, the show is very different, very, very entertaining, and, you know, completely unique to anything we've seen before, which makes it even more entertaining for me, learning a whole new aspect and genre of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I've said it already, but it just makes me want to see more of it. I want to see the next episode every time. I like the fact that while I'm watching this show, in my head I'm piecing together the puzzle of what the show is really about. We have this little show here, and this little show is part of this big show that we all want to know what's happening with Wanda. We all want to know what's actually going on in her head, what's she doing here in this little piece of the puzzle. And I'm very excited for the future, next week's episode, and to see what is the bigger picture. I'm excited to find out what's actually going on and how it all adds up to the bigger picture of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because Marvel and Disney wouldn't make this project if it didn't play a part in the bigger picture, the whole Marvel universe, you know. They just wouldn't do something that didn't have an impact on the storyline in general, and I cannot wait to see where this puts us in the grand scheme of the MCU. Now, just as my final review here, I will say the whole time I watched it with a smile on my face. Now, was it because the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been gone for so long? Probably. It was also because it was genuinely entertaining, fun, made me laugh, and also kept me engaged the whole time. It was 10 out of 10, and I cannot wait for more episodes. Now, that's as much as I can say without spoiling anything. If you have saw it, the bit at the end of the episode, the bit at the end of episode 2 with the thing, what happened there? It kind of got a little bit dark, it got a little bit creepy. Can't wait to find out more. Now, if you enjoy Marvel projects and you enjoy the shows and movies and stuff, and you want to watch me review more or even react to them, subscribe down below if you're not already. I'm sure most of you are, but if you're not, come and hang out. Also, if you want to talk about Marvel, Star Wars, superheroes, video games, pop culture, anything, link to my Discord in the description down below, and I'm active there every day talking to everyone, and it's a lot of fun, so come and hang out with us all. It's pretty cool. My other social links are in the bio as well if you want to follow me on anything else, you know, on Instagram or whatever. I post stories and stuff about all this stuff all the time. I'm obsessed with it, it's like my whole life. But yeah, once again, thank you for watching. I love you all 3000, and we'll see you next week for the next episodes.